Hi North Haven, this video is going to cover Flippity. It's a free online product that doesn't require logins, does not collect any information, that you or your students can use to create interactive products. So a board game is one of the options. You can make timelines and scavenger hunts, and all of these different games or products can include interactive links, images, and videos or audio files. So this is Flippity. The URL is flippity.net. And when you come down here, you can see that there are a lot of different options that you have. Over here, there's a board game. You have manipulatives, which creates little drag and drop pieces that you can move around or your students can move around. There's a Jeopardy type game, a matching game, the timeline, which is nice because each place where there's a time or a day, you can add links, or your students could add links. So it could both be for a project that a student's making, or if you wanted to create a timeline for your students for like an essay or a project, you could create that here. And then there's also flashcards, which you could potentially use instead of something like Quizlet. So on each square, you'll see there's a demo, instructions, and the template. The demo will just show you what the students are going to see when you share it with them. So this one's the flashcard, and you can see that they have ways to move through the flashcards. They have a list, they can practice it, they can do matching, and then there's more, which lets them play different games. There's also the instructions. So the instructions will tell you how to make it public and how to share it with your students. Most of the instructions are pretty similar from game to game. And the last one is the template. And this is the important part. This is what you will save to your drive. So if I click on template, it's going to ask me to make a copy. And this will be the same for any of these games. It will then open the sheet as a copy in my Google Drive. And I recommend right away you go to File, you come down to Move, and you move it to wherever you want it to be in your drive so you'll know how to find it again later. And then after that, you can come up here and name it. So I could probably keep flashcards, but I could put what unit or chapter I'm in. Now, all of them are going to be in sheets, which I know can be a little intimidating for people, but because the templates are already made, they're pretty easy to edit. So here, for instance, it's side 1 is here and side 2 is here. And you can also change the color of the cards. If it's a foreign language, for instance, maybe you're doing verbs one color, adjectives a different color, and nouns a third. You can also change the color of the text. Notice you can also add links into these, and you can do that with all of the games. So like for instance, for the game board one, if they land or on a certain box, they could see a video or go to a Google Doc or a slide and have to read or go through those. When you're done editing your template, you'll come up to File and you'll click Publish to the Web. And then you'll click Publish. Now you're not going to actually use this link in here. It will highlight it. Yes, that's the published version, but if your students use that link, then they will see this page right here. To get the students to see the game, what you do after you publish is you come down to the bottom where it says get the link here. You click on that. Once you click on get the link here, at the top you see the Flippity link. You can mouse over that and click this copy icon, which is the 2 sheets of paper, and then that link you can share with your students. So this is a student account, Sansa, and you could share this through Google Classroom or Seesaw. So pretend that she's in a Google Classroom assignment and she clicks the link. This is the page it's going to take her to for the flashcards. If it was a board game, it would take her to the board game. If it was the timeline, it would take her to the timeline. Conversely, if you assign one of these as an assignment, the students would share the URL or the link with you, and then you would end up seeing this page at the end and you could see what they have put in for their work. So that's the general overview for Flippity. If you check, I'm going to add more videos to this playlist. I'm going to go through different games and specifically how to use them and some ideas that I had that you could utilize in the classroom.